since you're gone.
Since I've been gone.
Since you've been gone. Welcome back, Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good
No,
to be back, guys.
Yeah, welcome back. That's all you're getting, bro, because I know that we've been texting a little bit. We've been in the chats a little bit, and I just have a feeling that after how much Jay and I might have roasted you a little bit on the last episode, that this might be coming in the start of this. So I'll just open the floor to you to see what you got.
It wasn't all completely roast, by the way. We talked really nicely about a couple of things.
You did. You said some. No, you guys honestly made me laugh. I was dying. You did a great job, but I'm not gonna lie. That was listening to that podcast was as funny as and entertaining as it was. It was frustrating to not be able to talk because I would like forget that I'm listening because I'm so used to talking to you guys, hearing you, and then it's like, oh yeah, I can't rebuttal, I can't add my 2 cents, I can't do anything. So it was actually kind of frustrating at times. Like I wrote down notes on different things that I wanted to touch on. One of them is just ginger afro. I'm not actually sure why I wrote that down. But I think it's something about you guys saying if I had hair, that's what I would choose.
Yes.
I've had that. So no, that's not what I would choose.
You've had an afro?
I told you.
My hair, when I had hair, was pretty thick and curly. So without trying, I had kind of a fluffy top on, but not like I never permed it to be a true fro though.
I love fluffy top.
Other things I wanted to touch on, Alex.
I don't want to hear about it. If it's gonna be the Williams thing or the
Reynolds my god. Thing. Well, see, the thing is, you gave me a heads up on that stupidity, but I'm an idiot too, and I forgot that you gave me the heads up. So when you first said it at first, I was like, what the fuck? He's not hurt. I looked him up to verify. I'm like, no. And then I remembered. And so I was dying at that. No, I'm laughing at your steel mill because quite honestly, you sounded, by the way, guys, I'm going to do this entire thing like this because I know how much you love the way I just deep throat my microphone. Fuck you.
Oh.
But Alex, you sounded like a straight up Lions fan in your steel mill because you're like, did you know that 13 of Kenny Pickett's passes in a row didn't touch the ground, guys? They didn't touch the ground. I mean, I know the point of football is to score the game or to score points, but if the game was to not let the ball touch the floor, he'd be great. So I was dying at that. Justin, my bone to pick with you is that you took my full year prediction of Zeke and Pollard and you put it in a vacuum and you only looked at that previous week's game. You didn't look at before, nothing. You just read those stats. So I'm going to do the same thing to you and put this past week's game in a vacuum and let you know that on 8 attempts, Tony Pollard had 86 yards and a touchdown, while Zeke had no touchdowns and only 78 yards on 22 attempts. It's almost 3 times as many as Tony. So how about that? My last bone to pick with both of you is that I don't actually hate Russell Wilson. Because if I hated Russell Wilson, I wouldn't have given him money when I bought his little stupid ass football.
You bought that?
And not only did I buy it, but as you can tell, I bought it when he was still on the Seahawks. Now you can only get it in orange and blue.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the guy
limited edition.
You talk so much trash about that you literally
I've given him money.
What?
So I don't hate him. It's his sponsored football. It also doubles as something else.
Yes,
but
to your imagination.
You're supposed to be able to launch this thing like 100 yards, and like you can, but to me, you can't throw it like you would a football.
Yeah, it's not a football; it's a fucking cone.
Yeah, it's weird. But if I truly hated him, I would not have been, putting money in his pocket. Now, if Aaron Rodgers sponsored a ball like that, I wouldn't be buying it.
That's true. I get that.
That's all I got to say.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got, actually.
That's it.
Oh, but I did want to let you know, you are right. The very first reason to not like Kirk Cousins was that he went to Michigan State.
Hey, we called that.
Received, yes. We missed your passionate, man. You're so passionate. The way you yell at us and call us things and bones to pick. It's also like
I have meaner shit to talk about with the Lions later. You guys got off easy compared to those idiots.
Listen, okay, before we when I saw the final score, so I kind of turned it off halfway because I was like, oh god damn. 38-3, right? I made sure to look at the Lions score to make sure that it could be worse, and it was. So
well, man, don't we have so much to talk about this week? We'll leave those for our little segs for y'all.
Yeah, talk about a snooze fest of a week almost.
Yeah, not a lot of great games except for last night. Monday night was pretty good, but
I mean, even Sunday night was fun too.
Yeah, Sunday night was good too. I would say that actually this week the primetime games were actually worth it.
Wow. 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3. Yeah, well, who's in
the
other one?
Yeah, did you see that Rest Now going into week 6 has 5 of 6 weeks on prime time?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
And they thought they were going to be so good. Yeah, Lions don't have a single primetime game. Now, granted, after this week, I don't want to give them one, but they didn't have a single primetime game, but they anointed the Denver Broncos like they were about to win the Super Bowl with all those games.
Yeah, that was a horrible game. We went to London. Game. Your arch rivals lost in London on a fun play.
That was the one highlight I had this weekend was that they lost. That's it.
That's it.
That was great.
We've been talking about it 5 weeks now. Texans finally beat a team.
Yeah, Texans are a weird team this year.
I was looking every time we're watching the game scores, I was like, well, damn, we got that wrong. Oh, yeah. Damn, we got that wrong. Mm-hmm. Like all our predictions. Like, I mean, we thought it was already going to be a snooze fest, which it was, but sometimes the opposite for us. Thanks, Chris. Never butting on the Lions again.
Me neither.
Me neither.
But Pierce, man, I have him on my fantasy, and that was nice. Dude ran off. I mean, they did nothing, but they won a game. Yeah. Finally, that's kind of exciting. Like, really, at least it was someone different.
Yeah, they're definitely not like a bad team. They're just
not a good
not team. Very good.
They're like they remind me of the Lions. Like they keep themselves in games but can never win them.
Yeah.
And then you had Chargers, Browns. I don't know if that made the Browns look better or if the Chargers look worse. Austin Eckler had 176
Chargers
yards
looked
or something
worse.
Like that.
Yeah, Eckler finally had himself a game.
Finally.
He's been doing pretty decent. He had another game that was pretty big.
I think last week was his first touchdown.
Yeah, it was rough. I've had him on my team. It's not been fun.
And Najee, thank God I got rid of him. He's been horrible.
Yeah, it's been rough.
But no, I would say that Chargers game was an indictment on the coach.
Talking about coaches, bro. Mr. Rule.
Well, he knew that writing was on the wall this past offseason. He knew he was done.
Yeah.
He was making comments on coaching jobs in colleges.
Really?
Yeah, back when Jim Harbaugh was playing hanky-panky with Michigan on when all that buzz was happening, Matt Rule was commenting on that job and I think another job. And so it's like, okay, dude, you already know that you're kind of on your way out and you're going to go back to like where you've had success before.
Okay. Do you guys see all these things too? Speaking of like these coaches, when they get fired and stuff, like their pay and the things that they continue to get, like I feel like it's like a really big thing, at least from what I've seen. Like they're still making money.
Wait, they still get paid even when they get fired?
Oh yeah, because coaches' contracts don't go against any salary caps, so they're almost always fully guaranteed, or maybe with some incentives on top for like playoff shit. But like, yeah, when they owe Matt Rule a ton of money. Who else just got? Oh, the Herm Edwards just got canned from Arizona State a couple weeks ago, and they owe him like shit. It's like $9 more million or something, or maybe it's 40. Insane. It's some insane number of amount of money.
Wow, you said 9 or it's 40.
I know. I'm gonna verify that right now.
Well, what's so crazy about that is he can literally go pick up another job. They're already paying him all that money. Like I think it was some odd. He was either getting paid. I think it was like $84,000 a year for the next like 6 years. Like, that's a lot of money. And then you go pick up another coaching job.
Yeah.
Who has the extra $84,000 income?
That's insane. And then
9 years, you said?
no,
It's 9 million that they
No.
owed Herm Edwards, but it's Matt Rule that I think he is owed way more.
That's insane.
It's
Hey, pause real quick.
yeah.
Alex, I need you to take note. Oh no, my iPad finally started working. Never mind, we're in it. My iPad was not working. It was not letting me do anything. And I was like, fuck. But we were already so deep. I didn't want to stop.
What game I thought was very interesting was the Jets Dolphins game. Jets putting up numbers. Dolphins losing another quarterback.
Yeah.
I just want to like so 40-17 reminds me of like a 127-95 maybe in fantasy. Chris, did you?
Dude, I don't want to talk about fantasy.
Yo,
and you know what's so infuriating too?
Listen, I lost to Justin, so I can't really say much, but like,
oh, you didn't just get I
you
bit
get
you
destroyed.
over, turned you around,
Yeah, I got
and I
destroyed.
played with you.
Well, okay.
What's so infuriating is I'm in 2 other leagues and I'm doing great, but I can't fucking talk about them on here because what's the point?
No.
So
this is where
I'm just dealt with this horrible season right now.
Listen, I want to be honest with you, man. Justin had.
Be honest with me, man.
I had one player that outscored Justin's well, so he had like his 2 running backs went shit. But every other player, I had one player that outscored the rest of his team. or outscored one of his players. Outscored one of his players.
That's
his
horrible.
fucking,
Alex.
His fucking kicker got 10 points. His defense got 22. What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, it could be worse.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Look at my bench. 0 points across the board. Everyone's injured, bro.
Dude, that's because of your injuries and your picks. Homie G, I beat you 150.
Jonathan,
basically 80.
Whoa. 150.
Whoa.
149. Do not say 150.
Doubled you. I almost doubled you.
Listen,
I gave you 2 extra.
Hold on.
Okay, what be exact?
Jonathan Taylor,
to 78.
DeAndre Swift, Keenan Allen, Dak Prescott, all on my bench because they're all injured.
Last year when all this happened to me, no one gave me no sympathy.
Well, we also didn't have a fucking podcast.
Everybody made fun of me that I wasn't doing good. And you know what? This year it's flipped.
Listen,
I'm doing good.
Thank you for beating me. Can we get back 5-0? We get it, Justin. Get on your high horse. Be
5-0, undefeated in our fantasy league. And you know what? And that's with my running backs running at a 9-5. Cooper Kupp was the best.
He's gonna choke.
He's basically the Dallas Cowboys. Go.
I'm gonna go back to this later in the year, Alex, and like clip out all these clips of him go, I'm 5-0, all this, and then we're just gonna shit on him when he doesn't even make the playoffs or is.
I'm just talking about beating Alex, and I am 5-0, and it's only because you guys are jealous because you aren't 5-0.
I am.
You guys in the league that matters with us, you guys both suck, and I'm pretty good.
I just want to let you guys know. I lost in every fucking league. I'm in 4 leagues and I lost in every league this week.
That's
really
hard.
rough. Yeah, really rough.
And your Steelers lost. Man, I'm sorry. Let's just move on.
I just did a redemption. I just did a redemption league. What a weird league to be in. You do like week 5 picks, like from on. What a weird league to be in.
So did that just start?
Like I drafted like Sunday or Saturday. I drafted on
That's
Saturday.
interesting.
Yeah, it was a fun league. But going back to actual football, sorry to bring that up to you, Chris. Your Vikings.
Don't say my Vikings.
Sorry, your arch enemy, the Vikings.
No, specifically just fuck Cousins.
Okay, we get it. You hate Cousins. Can we move on from that topic? You're very passionate about it. If I can't talk about Myles Garrett hitting Mason Rudolph in the head, you can't talk about how much you hate Kirk Cousins.
I'm sorry, Kirk Cousins is there every week. That happened how many years ago? Once.
And you know, it's funny. Both you guys are still talking about it.
Still one of
about the Vikings.
Still one of the worst 4-1 teams I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't know how they keep winning.
Wait, were you just gonna not even go over that god awful Thursday night game?
Oh, we did. I didn't want to talk about it, bro. It was horrible.
Because Russell Wilson looked horrible. Part.
Everybody looked horrible. Both those teams.
Oh, both teams look bad. I turned that game off at halftime and followed the rest of it on Twitter. It did not get any better.
And it was not fun. It was.
And now you hear Russ has these allegations that he has a hurt shoulder. You see, had a hurt shoulder all this time.
Yeah, I was waiting for the excuses to come out.
Hey, he's in a hurt shoulder. You can't blame him, man.
So it's kind of funny, but man, holy crap. To think like he was gonna come in and be like Peyton Manning, like everybody. I thought that. Like I knew a lot of people probably thought he would be something like that, but
I know
this
you.
is
Chris goes, no, but why would you have a football by him if you didn't think he was actually a good player?
I do think he's a good player. That's why
Yeah.
also my other bone to pick with you last week is you guys were when we had the segment to get under my skin, you made the comment of saying that he's better than Jared Goff. And I laughed at that because like, yeah, no shit. Like I'm not gonna say that he's not. Like, in fact, if I had to build a team right now, there's a lot of guys that I would pass over and choose him as my quarterback. So I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback, but I think, like Justin was saying, he, especially this year, he was getting so overhyped. They were,
Yeah.
the Broncos weren't good these last couple years. Like they had a good defense last year, and that was it. And then as soon as Russ went there, like next thing you know, like we're talking Super Bowl odds for the Broncos. That was dumb and annoying. So
Well,
like that's
their
why
receivers
this year more so than any year I'm dumping on Russ.
their receivers are above average. They have two above average receivers. They have
had two good run. They had two good.
they had two good
They
running
had
backs
to,
now.
yeah.
Now, but one's hurt, one's out for the season, one's hurt. Melvin Gordon's like kind of hurt, kind of not hurt. He's like questionable every week. I don't really know what's going on. He's on my fantasy team. That's why I know why.
And he's a fumble machine.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, he fumbles. Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing: if Aaron Rodgers did end up going to the Broncos, then they're Super Bowl contenders, but not Russell.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for coming back on that. I appreciate that.
Hey, got you. The Titans looking like maybe a team. Finally got it together.
Yeah,
maybe
it's all about, as long as you get the chemistry going by November.
21-17 against the Commanders, and you're calling them a team?
Hey. The Commanders put up
like, what? They had one good game. I think they've been barely winning games. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys beat them 25-10. They had a good game. They had one good game. You're right. They had one good game
against the Jags.
Yeah,
the fact proved to be beat better. The Raiders surprised me, but like I thought that's a good win. Like that, but like they got fucked by the Bills. Like, I think no, that
it's
was
not the only. It's not crazy to get fucked by the Bills.
Yeah, the Lions are gonna do it on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, Alex.
I'm so mad about that.
It's not crazy to be like beat up by the Bills.
Oh man, we can. I just want to go to that one. Can we just go?
No,
I'm just kidding.
no.
But honestly, I was watching the Seahawks games too and the Saints. That one was a pretty fun game. That one came down
wild
to fire.
game.
Gino looked really good. Mm-hmm.
Gino's looking good.
And pretty high scoring, 39-32.
Yeah.
Like honestly, they could have won that. Like there were situations and times in that game where they could have won and maybe just misplays. I was watching it in the morning. But overall, I mean, I'm surprised the Saints won. But basically, just gave the ball to Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill can run, bro.
Yeah,
he does everything.
He was shocking in that game.
I think he's what's so impressive about him. He literally does everything. He'll catch a football, he'll run a football, he'll pass the football, and he's pretty freaking good at all.
He's pretty good.
I mean,
he's the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I think that's a very rare talent to see in somebody, and that's like a really cool thing. But good for them for winning that one. And dude, the Jets fucked the Dolphins.
Yeah, they did.
You guys have thought that.
Well, they lost Teddy like first drive. Teddy Bridgewater got out with a concussion protocol first drive.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back this week though.
I don't even know who his backup was.
Oh, Sean Thompson.
Oh yeah.
No, Skylar Thompson from Kansas.
When do you think Tua comes back?
Oh, dude. Well, weren't you the one that said like he should never play again? Is that you guys? Oh,
no, that's a lot of people on the internet.
Yeah, doctor was like,
you just confuse us with a doctor.
You guys told me.
This is the closest thing to a doctor we have in this group.
Literally, bro. Hey, you have a degree.
Me?
You have a bachelor's degree.
You have a bachelor's degree, bro. I got an associate's.
Me too.
Yeah, let's go. The 49ers killed the Panthers per the usual. That one's pretty easy. The Eagles, Arizona, they're not looking horrible.
Except that they are.
They're not looking horrible. It could be worse.
When your quarterback doesn't know where he is, so he slides too early when he wasn't even going to be touched.
It's the coach's fault. Okay?
And then the coach does what he does. They're not good.
Nah, they're not good. Well, they kept for not being good and for not having a flow together. I'm surprised by how many games they're like in.
They would be better. As much as I hate on Kyler, they would be better without Cliff and keeping Kyler, which
Kingsbury.
they would. Yeah. I think they need to get rid of him.
I don't know that like
Why?
drug dealer picture is kind of hype.
That is a funny picture.
Why you
His
say that,
play
Chris?
calling is horrible. And he honestly had no purpose getting that job in the first place. He was horrible at Texas Tech. He had Patrick Mahomes and didn't have a winning record any year with Patrick Mahomes. Then he goes to USC, and because they, as a offensive coordinator, and I forget, he like becomes the interim coach or something after someone gets fired, and then gets immediately offered this Cardinals job. He didn't actually deserve this head coaching position.
Texas Tech with Patrick Mahomes. I am a firm believer that if Patrick Mahomes didn't have Andy Reid, he wouldn't be who he is today.
He wouldn't have the ring,
He wouldn't,
but he would still be
even,
impressive.
He wouldn't even know. I believe that because Andy Reid, just like some of these like Kyle Shanahan, has a way of getting people open.
Well, Andy Reid's like a quarterback guru. He did that with Donovan McNabb prior to that. And then I there's one more he's had.
He had Mike Vick at the end of his career after he got out of jail and stuff like that, but like took him pretty good.
Just think of all the moments when a play breaks down and what was supposed to go to plan didn't, and then what Mahomes does. He is so damn good. The fact that Cliff Kingsbury couldn't have a winning record with him is all you need to know.
And if he was so good, then why did he go in the third round?
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, part of that is the Bears being stupid and trading up for Trubisky.
Hey, Trubisky. And then going Sunday night game, kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Fun.
Yeah,
they were in it. That was a close game. Justin Tucker, man, what a dude! Face of a franchise.
He's automatic.
He's almost there with Lamar.
Dude, I hate Justin Tucker.
Clutch. And
I hate Justin Tucker too.
Literally,
like good. 3 of his most iconic kicks were against the Lions.
I just hate him because of how good he is. Like, I hate that.
I don't actually hate him.
I hate that. Well, when you're not in this division, so I hate that when he goes up to kick a ball, it's like, oh, he's gonna make it. Like, I hate that. Like, I just. Like,
it doesn't matter where, too.
Yeah, literally, I hate the Ravens, and I hate that they have one of the best kickers.
Oh, he is probably the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Well, Vinatieri is pretty good, bro.
Yeah, Vinatieri is great, and he does have the rings, but
so like the kicker and rings, I don't really associate.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter with kicker.
Yeah,
the fact that Tucker has the distance record,
it's insane, and the fact that,
he does everything. I mean, like, he's consecutive. He's hardly missed any in his completion rate.
He's like 18th. He's crazy. He hasn't missed since last year. It's ridiculous. And then you have Lamar, who had a pretty average game, I'd say.
There was moments where he looked great. Other moments we were like, whoa.
So I'm gonna be surprised to see if it was a fluke for his first 4 games, and if teams are starting to like really hone back down in on Lamar, or if the Bengals just got him and it's a divisional game and they just understand him, and if he can like.
And they have a great defense.
Yeah, they do. And so I hope that.
Part of that.
Yeah, that might be too, because like you see him twice a year. You see him twice a year for the last 2 years. Like,
and they were beefing on the field. Like, you could tell. Like,
they hate each other.
Beefing.
Yeah, they do not like each other. Yeah, dude. And then brings us to another game where they were beefing. The last game, Monday night, last night.
Oh yeah,
30-29.
They were beefing with people that weren't even in the game.
Yeah,
did you see Devontae being a douche?
Yeah, he was.
Ooh, yeah. What a we never seen a side of him, because he never, I think, ever had been in a point where he had to be this frustrated. But seeing him like that frustrated, being like that, ooh, not a good look.
What got me is, okay, Hunter Renfrow, Adams, right? You get caught up at the line, you get manhandled, right? You go up the field. How are you not yelling, Hunter, 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 Hunter? Don't run into me, because you know his route. How are you like not yelling at him like, hey, I'm right here, fix your route?
He may have not seen him.
He was looking right. If you look at the replay, he's looking right at him.
Yeah, but how soon?
Before he cuts.
Really? I guess I'd have to go back and watch that part of it again.
Before he cuts, it's like, dude, like, how you're like because he was behind Hunter. Like he was behind him, so he's like watching him. You know his route. Hey, Hunter, like I'm gonna run into you.
That was the most Raiders play I've ever seen.
Literally.
And
Followed
honestly,
by
really
the
what I
most
thought
Raiders move.
I think it was just a very like miscommunicated thing. Like that's what I think ended up happening and breaking down because there's no way that
he
two
got
receivers
jammed.
are ever that like close enough.
He got manhandled at the line. Chris, he'll get to you in a second.
Devontae Adams.
Then,
no, we got to cut.
Adams. Oh, cut.
My fucking cat just turned on the Roomba.
The Roomba. Adams got manhandled at the line, and then after he got manhandled, they had the loss, threw his helmet down. Like I've seen like even Tom Brady, but like literally like thought he was gonna hurt somebody with how hard he threw his helmet down. Then guy walks out in front of him, pushes him down, can't, and then it's just Paul. And then like the thing that got me was his tweet was, "Hey, I'm sorry. I hope this finds you." Why are you hoping that something find him? No. Like find him.
Oh, it was FINE.
No. Like no. Like why are you hoping that? I hope this finds you, like person. No. That person works for or is somehow in capacity.
Yeah, you can
Kansas
find
City
that person.
Find him. Like find him and apologize.
No, he was a freelance photographer for NFL films, but like
okay, cool.
You can
know that
him.
He's a freelance photographer for NFL films. Talk to NFL, show him the picture. Who is it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't sincere. He looked like a douchebag. I mean,
so I think
assault.
that was an unclassy move, but really, what was that dude walking in front of him? Like, can we blame any part on the guy just walking right in front of him?
He was right.
If you look, I've watched that video so many times, and it's not like he cut him off.
No,
it was he was walking. The game was over, mind you. He's trying to bring equipment to another side. He's like power walking, and Devontae like stepped up and shoved him. Like he wasn't like he was that.
And he didn't even like off. And like sure, step up, shove him, reaction, help him up. Sorry, dude. Like I shouldn't.
No, he didn't even help him up. He walked.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he just walked right past him. Like, hey, sorry, I shouldn't have shoved you over.
And the people who are like defending him, acting like that wasn't that big of a deal, bullshit. If someone like most people don't like a Kyler Murray or a Deshaun when he comes back, or just someone that people don't like, they do that, people are going ape shit on them. But because
Antonio Brown
until
does
this
that?
point, Antonio Brown does that. Fuck that guy anyway. But up until this point, like Adams is such a likable guy that people are just, oh no, that wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's rough. And I saw a tweet and it was really funny too. It was like he said his tweet out, but then someone was like, hey, you show yourself in a face of adversity. That's the true person you are. So you can't say that it's not you because you did this. Like it's okay to like have mistakes and misstep and apologize for it, but come on, man, you're on the national stage. You chose this life. Can't be.
That wasn't the only bad decision I saw in that game, though.
Bro,
like what is up with Josh McDaniels? He's so far he's not been a good head coach as far as his decision making goes.
What part are you talking about specifically?
Well, in that game we can talk about his 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah.
Like all you had to do is tie it.
And you have a pretty automatic kicker. Guy's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't get that.
But they did have an opportunity to win the game. So like if
I love it.
Collision, like I agree. I think it was stupid to not just kick the field goal. Like really, dude, just tie it up and then you're in that same position and you still had a chance to win the game. Like I don't know. I would rather go to overtime than lose like that.
I get it.
You haven't even scoring on. They were all the way going down to like the third or fourth down and barely making plays to like get through it.
Didn't the Lions make the same decision?
Oh, stupid decisions.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what their team wants to be. Like, hey, the Lions. I don't know if the Raiders do, but the Lions are like, hey, we're gonna win games. Like we're gonna try our hardest to win games.
Yeah, and I love that. And I think there is a time and a place to do those risky moves, but not always, because when you do it always, you become predictable for one. Okay.
But with your division rivals down by 1, they've been kicking your ass or you were kicking their ass, then they came back in the second half, kicked your ass. You have a chance, division rivals, make a name. You got a bogus call that shouldn't have even been a thing, but like maybe I'm with him on going for 2.
Well, that was the losing call.
It was.
And I don't know. I just feel like this year there's been so many bad coaching decisions. Dan Campbell has made several. Brandon Staley with the Chargers made several, including this weekend, going forward on 4th down in his own end. Like at the end of the game, it's like, dude, just punt the fucking ball. If your defense can't stop them from getting in field goal range from the other end with no timeouts, then you don't deserve to win anyway.
Yeah, there's been some questionable stuff in this year. It's been weird. It started off so fun, and it's just kind of got weird in the following
It has
weeks.
been a weird year. A lot of injuries.
I feel like we say that every year, though. I feel like we say a lot of injuries every year. Oh, it's still a great time. I mean, I still love football, but it's still just like it's like from week 1 where it was like, oh, any given Sunday to now.
I still think it's any given Sunday. There's a lot of teams that still proved it, kind of like the Texans. We picked the Jaguars to win, and the Texans actually ended up beating them. Like, it's still any given Sunday. I think what's just different, it's weird because there's just a lot of controversy. There's a lot of things that are happening with it too, and injuries. Like, there's so much stuff that's going on, but it happens every year. I mean, last year we had Henry Ruggs, and we had all the Raiders saga. Like, the Raiders are just in a lot of saga. But like, always there's something, right? That's a part of like being in the limelight at this opportunity, like this point, right? Yeah. So. I mean, I still think it's exciting and fun and crazy.
Okay.
That's just football,
you also might think it's exciting, fun, and crazy because your team's 4-1, and we're sitting over here at 1-4.
You guys, okay, both of you, I can understand, Alex.
I'm used to it
more. Chris, it's just another year being a Lions.
Yeah, it's just another year.
But
I haven't been here in 15 years.
Part of it is that like if I think we're losing, I'd feel that way because I know there was a couple years, like not this last year, but the year before that, I felt that way when we were kind of getting beat up. But part of it too is just like, do we have so much to talk about? There's so much going on.
There's a lot of controversy. I would say there's a lot of calls, right, Chris?
A lot of bad calls. A lot of like normally in recent years, it's been a lot of bad pass interference calls. We've seen those already, but the real stickler is these roughing the passer calls. Started with Brady getting that awful one this week, and then happened again last night with an even worse one in the Chiefs game with Chris Jones, who literally strip sacked him, had the ball, and then like, nah. Do you see what the ref said today about that, by the way?
What did he say?
He goes, I forget the exact wording, but it was like basically saying that him getting possession of the ball, doesn't matter. It's like, what?
I just think that it was funny that you guys didn't see the new rule from the NFL that sacking a quarterback is a foul. It's what it feels like, bro. It feels like you can't.
It's
like,
at that point.
They've done so much for the QB, and it's like cool, but also it's football. Like,
I think part of it is Tua
recently trying to do all those things but these two have been like the worst. The one that Tom Brady and the Derek Carr one, like both of those have been like extreme measures of this. Like there's some situations where you can attest to because they're kind of just being crazy or like unnecessary, but like I think you have those instances like 2-2 where like, dude, that you saw him, he was not the same.
Everyone freaked out.
Like, also beat that. Yeah.
Everyone freaked out with Tua, so the NFL was like, no.
Well, as soon are we going to see that if you wrap them up and throw them behind you, it's going to be a foul? Like, you know what I mean? Like those are pretty gnarly hits.
But I think this is a great opportunity for those people to just remember what like football is. Like you sign up for this, like you know that it's like that. Like that's part of the reason why people love the game
and why you get paid millions.
Millions. It's not an easy job. It's not us just going to work. I'm not gonna break something like that. Really, like they do ACL tears. Like they have injuries constantly.
Well, I mean,
but that's what happens when you literally
go man
against somebody in some pads. And
and
you're going dumb. Opposite. Yeah. So like, get over it. Like the quarterback is gonna get hit. Certain ones, absolutely, that was a little insane, and you should have probably calmed down. But like, yeah,
I really like the no helmet to helmet protecting the quarterback. That I like that. Yeah. Cool.
Hey, yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. In any situation.
Yeah, cool.
But you know what I do miss? I miss as like a kid watching those. Like, did you watch like NFL's hardest hit videos?
The hardest hits,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
There's still great ones on YouTube of just
There-
all these
Oh.
brutal hits, and like a lot of them aren't even like bad, like as far as like a head trauma thing. Like they're just brutal, like open
They're just
body
loud.
tackles, yeah. And you just don't see
Yeah.
that shit anymore because everyone's so
Mhm.
afraid for getting the flag.
Like what you as a receiver nowadays, you're fine running across the middle of the field, even getting led a little bit, because if you get hit a little too hard,
Yeah, they'll just flag it, targeting.
yep. And it's like what like the one I remember the most is like the Saints versus the Packers when they were was it the Packers or was it was Minnesota, right? When the Favre was at Minnesota and they had they had the bounty gate on him.
That probably
I think it was Minnesota.
was
I think it was
Minnesota because that year they also did Bounty Gate against the Lions. So I don't like Sean Payton.
Why would you do it against the Lions?
We actually played them in a playoff game that year.
Oh, well,
Man, well, that's crazy to be able to hear all these like rules and things that are going to change. Hopefully they do. Well, Chris, what's on our next, dude? I think I know what time it is.
I think it's time to go to work. You know, punch in the clock, do the old time card, and go pour some steel. But it's gonna be a sad pour. It's gonna be a depressed pour.
He can't even look in the mirror.
Come on, Alex. Let's hear. How's it going in the steel mill? How are you Steelers fans feeling?
we're feeling
it's pouring rain.
yeah, it's from our tears. It's a little sad day. We walked in on Monday, a little gloomy, little blue collar men going to work, not feeling the happiest, you know. It was rough. It was rough. We obviously did our best out there, and when you do your best and you just and you don't succeed, you're gonna lose. And not only do you lose, you get obliterated. And lead 35 points, 5 touchdowns. We would ask for more, but I think that our defense is so banged up that it's hard to I keep thinking about this every week, is that I can't believe that a outside linebacker or D end is this important to our defense. Because I know if TJ was in, it wouldn't be this crazy, right? And our cornerbacks are rough right now. Witherspoon and Sutton aren't doing the best. Sutton, he keeps winning me back though because he keeps getting some gnarly interceptions. But then Minka can only do so much. Our linebackers are doing pretty good, but then when your offense can't move the ball, and let's see what Kenny Pickett have? Yeah, that's right. He actually kind of threw it on him.
How many times did his balls touch the ground?
Well, according to this, his balls touched the ground 18 times. Well, actually,
okay, how many did he throw?
17 times. 52.
He threw 52 times. That's what I thought was insane.
52 times for 372 yards.
Why would you not run the ball a little bit more?
Well,
so I got rid of Najee.
They tried.
No, they didn't.
Well, what?
How many carries?
16.
That's not enough.
After 52. Yeah, I know. Well, man, when you're losing the whole game by a lot, you're not going to run the ball as much.
That's understandable, but he can open up the pass game.
But it's also really shitty when you look at the converse, and it's 20 for 31 with 424 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I didn't really see this part because I kind of turned the game off. But when you see that their backup quarterback Case Keenum came in and threw for 5 times in a professional football game, doesn't make you feel too good to go. It doesn't make you feel too good. So when they bring up a backup quarterback to help out the team to make sure Josh Allen doesn't get hurt. Yeah, it doesn't feel so great.
It's normal in college. It's embarrassing in the NFL.
It's embarrassing in the NFL. That's what I'm saying. So the one thing I will say though is Pickett to Pickens is looking good. Each week it seems to be getting better and better. Like he had 6 receptions for 83 yards. What? Hey,
only been the second week. You're acting like he's been a star all season long. It's better week to week. It's
no, but
only
like I'm
been
happy that
a
our
week and a
two
half.
rookies, I'm happy our two rookies are getting connected, because if these two people are going to be like the longevity of our team, I'm happy that it's starting now. Happy it's starting fresh when we're losing a bunch, you know.
And we're
Trying
happy
to,
you're happy.
I'm trying to find the little nuggets of goodness in this, and it's
Here, I'll give you some nuggets of goodness that I like. I
what
like that Kenny, he had a little fire under him when he got hit, late in the
Oh,
game. You
yeah.
see him like get
That
up
was
and like
fun.
smash. That's actually really fun. That was good.
I
Like he needed that. Like, cause dude, up that high, you shouldn't be like doing that shit. Like he was just throwing the ball away.
yeah,
Like
and
to still
then
do that, and like he's
big boy body came in and took on all the Bills. Don't know what he was doing there. My guy was on the Bills.
ready to fight.
He was ready. He was trying to
that
be out of there as
Pouncey?
quick as he could. No, Pouncey retired last year, bro. Pouncey retired
that's
with Ben.
right.
Yeah,
Dude,
he had like a
38-3,
whole.
wouldn't you be ready to fight somebody? You probably
Yeah,
would.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you score 3 points in the first quarter, and then you go 0 for the next 3 quarters. I don't
Tell
really
me,
have.
this is the year where you guys don't win above 500?
No, we're gonna win by 500. Don't worry.
You're gonna win by 500?
No, we're gonna win above 500. I'm not gonna say that our schedule gets any easier, because we got the Bucks next, which is obviously a really great win, and then we've got the Dolphins on a Sunday night game, which is also obviously a really great win, and then we got the Eagles, which is also an awesome, really great win, and then we hit bye week, so I think we're just trying to get into bye week and see, and then we get the Saints, so that's when we're gonna really turn it on.
That's a late turnaround, but I love it. Way to be optimistic.
We're usually the opposite. We're really hot and then cold. We're gonna be really cold and then hot this year. I can feel it.
I mean, I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
You guys had a couple years like that.
Yeah, we've
That's what the
been.
Bengals did.
We're getting 8-1, baby. That's what we're going for.
I
love that.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the moon right now, bro. That means we're going to lose 4 games.
Good luck, Alec.
And those 3 are coming up next 3 weeks.
I'm dead.
We're going 8-1-1 in the last 9 games. We're gonna kill it, dude.
I love the confidence.
Yeah, it's the comp. I think it's time to clock out and go get some food at the Kneecap Diner.
No, I'm not eating at the Kneecap Diner tonight. I'm not hungry for kneecaps. I'd rather go to the shitty Applebee's down the street and lick their sticky menus than eat kneecaps this week because of how pitiful the Lions' performance were.
I will say this: I was very happy that was the only like glimmer of hope this week, because I thought 38-3 ain't no way I'm just gonna get trashed on all day by these people. And then I look at 29-0, and I said, well, at least we didn't get shut out.
Can't you hear the empathy from all of us? We still care about both you guys. I'm the only team that won, and I still like both of your teams. First off, the Lions, what a disappointment, Chris. Like nothing.
Dude, horrible.
You guys were top scoring offense, and you did nothing. We put Jared Goff in fantasy, and he did nothing.
Why would you do that? I would never recommend that.
Because we needed somebody. We had some injuries, but he was doing hot. They're the high scoring offense.
What are you thinking? Billy Zappi.
Yeah, a third stringer on a very below average, at least for them, Patriots team. Like I'm not saying that we should have won that game, even though I predicted it. Like I would have accepted a loss if it was better than that. But like that just was so deflating. Like that ruins anything I saw so far this year of them trending in the right direction. I'm never picking them to win another game the rest of the season. I'm already thinking about next year. I'm thinking about Jameson Williams coming back, wanting to see how fun he's going to be to watch. But honestly, focus is on next year already. Our best player on defense is out for the year. We're fucked. Tracy Walker. I'm just over it. It's just year after year of disappointment. This is the one year I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a glimmer of hope. We're gonna see that we're a few steps forward. And in some senses, yes. In some senses, I'm overreacting. It's 1 week, but it's not like we've seen great things in the previous weeks. We've seen good things, but not great things. So it's fucking frustrating.
Well,
I'm over it. I'm so over it that right now in my head, I'm like, can we get to talking about the Cowboys already?
Well, that's how quick you want to talk about them? I'm not done with the Lions.
Yeah, glimmer of hope. They're going on their bye week.
Yes, and somehow they'll fuck that up and lose that
Hold
week
on.
too.
Hold on. No, they're going on their bye week. Glimmer of hope. Go on their bye week, and hopefully, for your sake, Chris, that you don't lose to Justin in fantasy, and your team doesn't lose to him in for professional sports. You go and play him the week after. So for your sanity, I hope that like that just doesn't happen to you.
Chris already
It
knows.
sounds like you
tell
are
on his
hoping. It sounds like you are hoping.
Okay. Well, first off, Chris, calm down. I understand this is a Lions thing. I understand this is a sad, pitiful life that you live. I think my life's bad, and I listen to a Lions fan. And at the end of the day, we had one really, really bad game. I know this just does a lot for everything, but it doesn't mean it's the end of your year. And the only thing that can happen here is your team gets stronger, better, or they get worse, right? But the hope is you still have all these games get better, even for next year. Like, I'd rather see this team try and win games and get a medium draft pick than lose out and get a number 2-4 draft pick, right? Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
You guys had some hope, and you were drinking the Kool-Aid, man. You were slamming it down your throat. Remember, the Lions are supposed to be 12-5 right now, Chris. Well,
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
You don't have
Yes,
receipts.
you did.
Yes, we did.
I have receipts. I have a picture. I have everything.
Oh man.
So, like, I think I get it. You're not going to beat the Cowboys. We're way too good for you guys right now. So,
not if you put Dak back in.
Yeah, you might put Dak back in. You might lose. Hold on. I think we need to because it seems like we're going to the Cowboys corner, and I feel like that's where we're
I'm
going.
fucking trying.
Yep, Chris. I just want to hear your good old Cowboys corner. Because I didn't do it well last week.
Yeah, I saw that. Justin was disappointed in you. He's like, "Oh,
thank you.
That's not how you do it."
Okay,
all right,
so
I did it.
I'm locking up the Kneecap Diner and committing arson with it, and we are moving on to the Cowboy corner. Justin, please start talking about the Cowboys so I can start forgetting about the Lions.
See, isn't that so much better? I thought I did pretty good saying that last week when I had to correct it. Man, you guys make this so tough because now I'm looking at your faces and I don't want to gloat. But I fucking won. I told you that we were going to win. I told you I knew we were going to do it. And you all doubted me. You all backed Matthew Stafford because, well, he's a Lion and we like that tough boy.
No, I was backing that defense.
Yeah, fuck that defense. I can't even stop my backup quarterback.
Whoa.
But okay,
Cooper Rush did
in
not
all
look
honesty,
that good.
no, he doesn't. He won the football game. It doesn't like I don't care. He's winning us football games. He's putting up enough position to win. I think at the end of the day, again, it just goes to our defense, dude. Our defense, arguably, is like top 1-2. It makes me
no. Your
excited.
defense is championship quality.
Yep. All we have to do is get the offense clicking and back in, and I'm just hoping with the people who are coming back off of injury, like Gallup's back, and Gallup had a couple really nice plays. Dude, he's a toe tapping machine.
Yeah, that one play on the sideline that he had was super impressive.
Alex, don't look away. Talk about my Cowboys. I won. I need you to have some happiness and talk about this with me.
No,
think about
I just
this,
can't.
guys.
I just can't hear you say. I just can't hear you say that Cooper Rush. Yeah, he won you the game. Kind of a shit performance, though.
Alex, we don't want him to have the best performance. It's not going to benefit us. And yeah, it would, but like as long as
it would just put more pressure on Dak.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I just want to see W's in this time where we don't have it. Fuck yeah, it's lit. If you guys would have told us week 1 we were reverting, this was the opposite. I was the sad, pitiful, depressed person, and you two were all happy and gloating because you played really good and did all these things. Now it's the opposite, and I feel so blessed.
Hey,
it's understandable. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy for you too. I'm happy that you actually get to cheer for your team one time. And
I do think though this season for the Cowboys ends with Mike McCarthy no longer being the head coach and Dan Quinn being the head coach, but still running the defense
and hiring a good offensive coordinator, getting rid of Kellen Moore.
Yeah. But overall, I thought we played a really awesome game. We just couldn't let Matthew Stafford do anything, which was awesome. I think everybody had their way with him.
It wasn't awesome. I have Cooper Kupp on one of my teams.
Dude, I don't know. He still got me 22 fantasy points.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Cooper
Yeah,
Cup had
Alex
several
had a
But
receptions.
he's not putting up the points that was putting up last year when I didn't have him.
because you played a good
It was
team.
last year,
But he's been
bro.
putting up points every week. Cooper Cup he's had over 20 points every game this year.
Not in my league.
Your league's fucked then.
I know he has like 70 and 80 and
Man, I hate those high scoring leagues. Those
it's
are
just
so
it's the same scale. It's just a weird
That's
scoring
weird,
thing.
bro.
Yeah,
Can we be done
no.
talking about our teams? Because I really hate my team.
Well,
Well,
you know what,
Justin, do you have more to talk about with your
team looks good.
your
We
winning
get it.
team?
Trayvon,
4-1 team.
Yeah, that defense looks good. Michael Parsons got another 2 sacks. We get it.
Alex,
wow,
eventually
this
you'll
is
get
so much
used
more
to
fun when one of
rooting
you
for a
else are
shitty
decent.
team.
See, you guys can just all quit being your fans, and this year just root for the Cowboys.
I'm not rooting for the Cowboys,
Never.
bro.
It's the only team that you're not going to pick to win the NFC East, Alex. So it's okay. I'll deal with your fucking.
Hey, Giants
And
are
this week,
4-1.
though, we have a banger. We have a banger this week. This is going to mean everything. The Eagles versus the Cowboys. I
Hey,
know
you're
this
about
is
to be-
later
Eagles are
on,
winning.
The
but
Eagles
this
are
is going to
winning.
be lit. Hey, to each their own, man.
Hey, if it's up to Justin, he's picking the Cowboys to win every game the rest of the year.
Yeah, he's on that Cooper.
I'm
Rush
not dumb like
train.
you and picking the fucking Steelers over the Bills. I'm gonna have some idea. I'm gonna be honest. I picked us to lose against the Bengals. I'm not dumb, but I think this is this is a winnable game. I think it's hard, and it depends what happens. Dak is back and stuff, but like, hey, we can talk about this later. This is a real good topic we can talk about, but I'm done with my Cowboys corner. I'll save you guys the grief. You all look so sad and pitiful, and honestly, it wasn't even fun. So let's end it.
Wasn't even fun.
That's what I'm hoping that you.
Well, since Alex was starting to spew out those hot takes, I think I'd like to move on and spew out a few of my own. I think Nathaniel Hackett's going to be a one and done head coach in Denver.
You think he's done?
Yeah.
I think they get rid of him as soon as their season's over.
This has been disgusting.
You brought in Russ. Well, I guess you didn't bring in Russ for him, but
no, you brought Russ in because you wanted Russ. You just ended up with Nathaniel Hackett, and like you can do better.
No, you brought in Nathaniel Hackett because you wanted Aaron Rodgers. You didn't get Aaron Rodgers, so you settled for going after Russ. Then you paid him $250 million on top of trading shit for him to Seattle, and now you're worse than you were last year.
And you have the same record as the team he left.
Yes.
I think that's funny.
It's just kind of sad.
Dude, yeah.
My hot take again is going to be...
Oh, boy.
Maybe not again. Skip me this time. Skip me this time for now. I'll think of something different because I don't want to brag on the NFC East as much.
I knew you were going to go NFC East with your hot take.
What's your hot topic? That they're the best division of football?
They are the best.
No, actually, they are the best.
Football.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's not a hot take at all.
That's like a normal take.
That's so crazy. No one would have guessed that this year. And
No,
I think it's for us, for being an NFC person, like we get shit on all the time for being like the worst. Like we have teams that are 8-8 making the playoffs. So it's really, really nice to be considered a strong division.
What's your hot take, Jay? I don't know mine.
What hot takes for last week? To be honest with you, man, like I think the Giants are actually scary good, and that head coach of theirs could be the coach of the year. Like I think that'd be.
He probably will be.
He's got that team excited. They're 4-1. They beat a good Packers team in crunch time situation. Hey, I gotta give it up to your guy Daniel Jones. That dude came back.
Danny Dimes. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, Danny Dimes.
And then
so you know what? I hate the Giants, but I thought that was just an impressive performance, and I loved seeing just how that team gets wrapped up in their wins. And the NFC East is still just great. So yeah, I love that.
My hot take is that oh, nice little vibrate there. My hot take is that
Did Rose control that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. She's trying to get a little freakier. My hot take is that the I don't even know my hot take, bro. I'm so sad.
Alex doesn't have a hot take.
Yeah, I'm so sad. I'm so sad by the
I got a hot take.
Half the shit he says is a hot take, so he ran out of them.
I got a perfect hot take. You ready? It'll lead right into
I'm
another
ready.
segment of ours.
I'm ready.
The Buccaneers are going to be one and done in the playoffs. They're going to make it to the playoffs, but they're going to lose the first game and be out. There's too much drama surrounding that entire team, specifically Tom Brady. Tom Brady's feeling it right now. You can't tell me you're not. Like, I know you're one of the greatest quarterbacks, but there's so much going on in your life. There's a
Outside,
dude
yeah.
And
taking a
it's
shot at you and
being
your
super
family.
public.
Yeah, like it all that's got to weigh stress on the team.
Do you think that she was like, man, I love Tom, but he likes to get hit by men and kiss our kids on the lips. Is this guy really for me?
No, I think
That was so weird.
I think she was like, oh, this guy keeps choosing this over me.
And also now he's getting into crypto and NFTs and
Well, he's involved in everything.
Yeah, it's
Tom
like,
Brady is just making the most of his
he's just got
personality.
probably a lot of financial people around him telling him what to do.
Dude, think about this. After he's done with this, it'll set him up for life. Like he won't have to do anything ever again.
Okay, hot take. I got a hot take. I got a divisional winner. Hot take.
Oh boy, it's the Commanders.
They're winning the NFC.
How'd you know? No, I was gonna say hot take that the Jets are gonna win their division, but then I forgot that the Bills are in their division. Never mind. I don't want to do that one.
Yeah, that would have been the hottest of takes.
Because I don't know. My hot take is that Tua never comes back to the NFL.
No.
No,
he'll be
yes
back.
Or yes, no.
I'm saying no as like he'll be back in like a couple weeks.
I think he'll be back, but he'll be a different person.
Yeah, he'll never be the same.
Like, and only time's gonna tell. Like, he continues to play because maybe after all this, he does like take some reconsideration, be like, man, like that wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like everything that he's put out, like after that initial hit, the one where they're like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have gone back in, and they're like, no, it's his back. That one, everything he was saying after that, and then what he released after the really bad hit, just tells me that he's coming back and he's going to act like nothing happened.
I just don't know if his play is gonna.
Let's...
I don't know if his play is gonna like show that nothing happened though.
Oh yeah, no. Out on the field, he might be a more scared player.
Yeah,
not as mobile.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Don't you have another segment that you want to talk about with Tom Brady and all this AB stuff?
Oh yeah, I have a segment. It's called Antonio Brown is a piece of shit. No sponsors.
I don't think but preface it, but I don't think on his own fruition. I think this is an head injury problem from like playing football.
I'm not saying that doesn't have a lot to do with it, but he's there enough
to like not do this stuff,
to know from right and wrong. Like the shit like you mentioned with that he put out on Brady, and it's like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, the picture kind of funny, but then when you realize, wait a minute, this dude is the only reason why after your shit in Oakland you got a second chance in the NFL and then a third chance with the Bucks. Like, this dude bailed you out twice and that's how you treat him.
Yep.
Like, and then his whole thing with the Cardinal picture, and like he's just begging for attention, and then the incident in the Dubai pool that I guess happened months ago but just now came out. It's like, come on. I don't care how many times he got hit in the head. He's there right now enough to know.
And I don't want to talk crap because 2084. But yeah.
But 81 has the ring.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? It is sad. Like, I don't want to even talk crap because it's just sad. Like, yes, it is his personality. He knows what he's doing, but part of that personality is also because of like the trauma and the head trauma that he has. But like, it is not make it okay. Like, I'm not saying none of that is okay, but it's just sad to watch another human try and do that for someone, especially like you just said, someone who like uplifted you and try to make you better in life. I think you're just a sad little baby begging and crying for attention, and the only way you're seeking that is like most people do through a social media outlet. And he's just famous. That's the only, he's doing what everybody else does. Just
he can't let his name die.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
That's all I have on that segment.
Before we move into like more football stuff, I do have to mention that NHL did start today. Technically, it started last week. Technically, it started in Prague, I think it was, with the Predators going 2-0. Let's
Yeah.
go. Preds going 2-0, Nashville. But right now, as we speak, the Rangers are whooping the Lightning 3-1.
Really?
And yeah, 3-1. Zibanejad had a gnarly backhanded goal that was just beautiful.
Nice.
But hockey, man, come back to the States. I can't wait to watch it again. I love hockey. Got really into it last year. And think about doing a little seggy on here for hockey for you guys. So come back and listen.
I love it. And my Kraken are taking on the Ducks tomorrow.
I will join you in that, even though my team is not quite done with their rebuild.
Yeah, they're not.
So they're not going to be that good this year.
But it should be fun.
They should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Penguins fan, but it's fun to root for Nashville too. West team don't have to really go in the same conference, so it's fun.
I love where Nashville has their arena downtown. It's just kind of like the perfect little spot to be able to hit Broadway and all that, and then go to the game.
And it's fun. What?
I went to Vancouver yesterday.
Yeah,
like
that's
Canada.
Cool. Yeah,
and that stadium was lit as fuck.
You went to? Do you have to have a passport to go to Vancouver?
Yes, I have one.
You didn't used to have to.
Yeah, but like anyway,
when I was growing up, you could just go across with your license.
Wait a minute. You're telling me it's like Vancouver and Washington like touch, right? Not touch, but
hours. I was there.
They're really close. Yeah,
really close. Their stadium is like probably
was
a cool
cool.
stadium to go to.
The Canucks.
Yeah, it was like right in the middle of this downtown area. I didn't even notice it. All I saw was like boom, and I was like, oh shit, and there it is.
What a dumb
really
name,
cool
the
stadium.
Canucks.
That's what their nickname is for Canadians. They have two hockey teams, and both are named after nicknames for Canadians: the Canadians and the Canucks.
That's dumb.
You're talking about different. BC, like British Columbia does. Like those are their two hockey teams, because you also have like the Maple Leafs, Toronto.
Yeah, you have Toronto.
Well, no, I'm saying two of their teams.
Oh, two of your teams. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No,
yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know shit about hockey, but I play NHL now thanks to Alex, and
it's fun.
I got really.
Oh, that's a great. Yeah, that's fun.
And Shell is so much fun, dude. Just like hanging out and just playing threes.
Here's the thing. The only thing you need to know, Justin, about hockey. Detroit Red Wings have the most Stanley Cups of any American team.
And also, you have to remember that the Detroit Red Wings have sucked for the last 5 years.
Okay. Before that, they went to the playoffs every single year for like 25 years.
We're talking about the past, man. All I know is that Letang is a lifetime Penguin. Malkin is gonna be a lifetime Penguin, and Crosby is gonna be a lifetime Penguin.
Man, imagine how sad is that? Imagine being a hockey fan and then being a Penguins fan specifically, and you have to look up to a little bitch like Crosby. It's kind of sad.
I mean, that's why I grabbed his mustache to look like him.
I just
that's a little taste of the hockey talk for you, because it's gonna get aggressive. I hate the Penguins.
I hate the Red Wings.
So it's gonna be feisty. But I was thinking now we should move in to our weekly predictions, starting with our Thursday night game.
Well,
it's horrible.
This is just the Thursday night prediction because we do a weekly prediction on a different podcast.
Right.
Chris,
I apologize, but this Thursday game is horrible.
Who's playing?
Might as well be nobody. It's the Bears and the Commanders.
He actually knows. Let's go.
Yeah, I caught that part of the segment last week as well. So I came prepared.
Bears Commanders. Actually, I think this is gonna be a fun game to watch.
Why?
They're both kind of trash. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
We just saw that with Denver and Indianapolis. What makes you think that's gonna be a fun game?
But those two teams have proven that they can't really put up points. These two teams have proven that they can't put up points.
Okay, it may be a
you disagree, bro.
Race, maybe.
What?
Hey, I don't think they're that. I mean, they can score a touchdown, yeah, but I mean,
what are you smoking,
I still think it's gonna be a boring game, dude. The Bears
defense will let them score a lot.
Yeah,
but the Commanders aren't that good. Carson Wentz is hella overhyped. Like I think they'll be better. I think than the Broncos Colts game, but like
I think the Bears are gonna win.
Know who I'm gonna pick for this game. Oh,
the Bears. The Bears, and the only reason I pick the Bears is because I think I trust Justin Fields more than I trust Carson Wentz.
I don't even know if I trust Justin Fields like that, but
and he has the capability of escaping Trace Young. So where Carson Wentz doesn't have the capability of escaping anybody.
Yeah. Chris,
I'll go with the Bears as well. It's at Soldier Field.
Cold October night.
Yeah. I know why you're laughing at us, Justin. The
I'm
Bears
not
are
laughing.
horrible.
I don't know who to pick.
Oh, okay. But the reason why I'm picking the Bears, beyond agreeing with Alex that Justin Fields just has more raw talent. Did you see what Ron Rivera had to like backpedal in his press conference? He was basically asked, "Hey, why are you guys in this division so bad compared to the rest of the division?" And he goes, "Quarterback." And the reporter was like, "Well," and he was playing it like, "Oh, all these other teams have established quarterbacks with the team built around them." And the reporter's like, "Well, what about the Cowboys? They had Dak week 1, but like now they don't." And so you just had to see him backpedal out of it. And then Wentz was asked about it. And so I just think that alone is just not a good vibe for the week.
Like, didn't they say like that they didn't even want him on the team or something like that?
Who said that?
I don't know. Was that not their team? Like they're saying that or was it that was them, right? The president was like, "Oh, this guy sucks."
I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I do know like he didn't get a lot of nice things said about him when he was leaving.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Vikings.
Oh, about Kirk Cousins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot because he just said that after he signed him.
The game. This is not the
I wasn't even
game
shitting on Cousins that time.
You're about to. You're basically. I'm going Bears, but I'm going Bears because the same thing. Like I think you just bring up a lot of points. Like there's no trust in Carson Wentz, and I think at the beginning of the year we knew it. And we said it like this is your prove it year, and he's proving that he can't be a quarterback.
Yeah, he's probably done as a starter.
Yep, his time is done. He's coming to an end, and I rather put Bears than I'd rather have Justin Fields than.
And the sad part about Carson Wentz is you have Samuels, McLaurin, and Brown. Like they're a pretty good receiving core to throw to. Like, and you can't make anything happen.
Yeah,
that's why I think Terry wanted out for a hot second.
I think they should just cut their losses, put in Heineke again, see what that kid can do.
Yeah, 100%.
They'd probably win the division, right, Alex?
Hey, you never know. You never know.
I know. Well, I think that wraps it up for tonight, right,
who's
guys?
not winning the division? The Cowboys and the Steelers. Yeah, I think that's that's all we got. I don't really got much else to talk about. I just watched the hockey game, which was really fun.
Good deal. Well, I don't have anything else to discuss. I'm just glad that next episode I can't really talk about the Lions. That's going to be great.
And just for everyone to know, the Kneecap Diner did burn down, so Chris is gonna have to rebuild something else.
I will rebuild it. They will come.
And Chris, we did forget about it, and I knew this was something. Was the baseball with like the Mariners just beating Toronto Blue Jays? The St. Louis are out. That's Pujols' last thing. So we do like some baseball, not all baseball. But
also, you did mention that the Mariners beat the Blue Jays, but they just lost a heartbreaker today, like literally 10 minutes before we jumped on.
Yeah, I saw a notification about when they got a home run to get their 7th run. I click on it. I'm like, wow, they are destroying them. And then I go to check the score, and the game was over, and it was 8-7. I was like, holy shit, they choked that away so fast.
The Astros are a hard one for the Mariners. They played them really good at the beginning of the year, but have not played them good since. So it'll be an interesting series.
And
we'll see what happens.
It wasn't as bad of a choke job as the New York Mets, who I think they were leading the National League for like 170 days, and like it's only possible to lead it for like 185. So they let it for most of it. Then they choke away a 10.5 game lead to the Braves. They end up losing the division and then getting spanked out of the wild card. Like if you're a Mets fan, life is hard right now.
I was trying to explain to somebody. I was telling like a friend who doesn't watch baseball. I was like 10.5 games is a lot of games. Like, what do you mean by that? I was like, think of every game as a half game.
Yeah,
You're like
essentially.
21 games. Like you've created that much of a lead, and you do a choke job of not even really even making the playoffs. The freaking wild card isn't even a playoff game.
Yeah, it doesn't even count.
It's a play-in game.
They got destroyed in both of their losses in that.
Yeah. What a horrible and then Musgraves getting checked. You see that?
Yeah, that was pretty funny with the ear. Yeah, he was rubbing his ear. And I mean, his ears did look shiny, but like not any shinier than just a super sweaty guy, you know?
Yeah, it was funny to see that actually happen. And who calls that? Does like the coach call it?
Yeah, I was reading that it was the manager of the Mets who was like, "Oh, you need to check him and all this."
It was funny. My
so I didn't watch it though.
One of my friends was like, "Yeah, I feel like if your coach calls for like to check substances, if they get caught, sure, kick him out of the game. If they don't get caught, you lose a point. Like that other team gains a point. Because how shitty is it that you're losing by a lot? You're losing like 6-0. And you're like, you know what? Last ditch effort. This guy's cheating.
Here's the thing. Let's pretend for a second that he was. Let's say there was some spider tack or some other foreign substance that's not allowed there. What the fuck would even, I mean, besides for him getting kicked out, obviously, what's going to happen? Are they going to take away those 6 runs? Like, is the game going to start out? Like, what would even happen?
Well, like your pitcher wasn't using it, and that's why they have 6 runs. It's not because their pitcher was using it.
Yeah, you may have 0 runs because of it, but
that's not why you gave up 6 runs.
But I'm so curious, like, what would the MLB do in that scenario?
I mean, they'd probably ban him. No, didn't they do that?
I mean, he'd probably get like a super,
yeah,
big punishment. But like, the entire Met Stadium would be like, well, those 6 runs. Well, actually, no, you're right. Can't really call bullshit on their 6 runs.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, yeah, their pitcher hit him. Like their pitcher threw him. I don't know what to tell you. Like they just happened to hit him.
Yeah, baseball's a weird sport, to be honest with you.
Baseball is a weird sport.
All right, guys. Well,
football.
Yeah, we're not just about football. We like other sports.
We love football.
We do love football. The one thing I will say though about football that I hate is how short the season is, or how short the season feels.
Well, they extended it. It's longer this year.
I'm not talking about the extra game. I'm talking about like watching like a hockey game. Hockey. Mm-hmm. I understand it's not as physical on your body. Well, those people go through some shit, but like 82 games, I think. Basketball is 82 games. Baseball is 100 and something games.
You
like
do that in football, man.
That's what you can't do it in football, but like,
Well, actually, now that I see what you're saying, but now that they did extend the season, if you count the start of the preseason to, or maybe it's training camp. I don't know. It's either training camp or the preseason. Yeah, to the Super Bowl. Basically, the football season lasts half a year. Yeah. It's just, it's not a bunch of multiple games a week.
Yeah,
for that, like it is for those other sports.
And until the end of the year when they start doing Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday games.
Oh, I love December time when they do the Saturday games. That is fun.
It's always fun to see that. Hey, Chris, I know we talk about one last thing. Michigan Penn State this week.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's like their first
good game,
big real test. Unfortunately, I'm most likely not gonna be able to watch it.
Why?
I'll be filming literally at the time it starts till the time it more than likely finishes or later. Yeah, I'll probably have to catch it after, but it's gonna be impossible for me not to know the outcome.
Yeah.
And so
that's gonna be, we also do love college football here. So
oh yeah, I love college ball. What do you who do you guys think gets hired here for the Arizona State job?
Dude, I don't even know.
There's a million and one options.
It's college. It's so hard with college for me because there's like so many random people at little D2 schools that are just doing really well that a D1 program like let's take a chance, right? So hard. Like
then you have guys like Matt Rule, who are like big names who are available now.
Mm-hmm. You could, I mean, shoot, but Arizona is not that good of a team. they have the money. There's not that good of a team to go out and get a Matt Rule, where sure doesn't translate like college and NFL don't translate the best, but like, do you really want to go spend that kind of money after what he was just making? You did it on Herm Edwards. It didn't pan out for you.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see where they go from here, as far as if they try and get a big name or say what you said with like picking a guy who was just doing really well at some no-name school.
Who's consistent and just like, I just read a book on a coach who was just like, his mentality is like row the boat. You just got to everyone getting rowing the boat the right way and we'll go. And he led some pretty small schools to some big wins, and then he coached at Minnesota.
You just gotta let that interim coach take the starting job. I mean, he was a Chandler high school coach.
Really?
He won
That's cool.
Championships. Yeah, he won multiple championships. He played in a couple different. He wasn't just Chandler. I knew him from like Pee Wee football and stuff like that. So he's been around like Arizona football forever.
Maybe he will get the nod then.
Yeah, but anyways,
the season.
Yeah.
Well, I think that kind of wraps it up for this episode, guys. You have any 2 cents you want to throw in?
No, Steelers are going to be trash, but it's fine.
I'm chilling, man.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure talking. Hopefully next week, I mean, I'll be in a great mood. Lions can't screw up my mood for next week. Hopefully you two will be in a great mood as well.
Always will.
Probably not Alex.
Let's see.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
All right. We'll catch you guys.
Peace.